Today we are taking you on a journey to the beautiful island of Cuba. In this video, we'll be sharing 10 interesting things you may not have known about this amazing place. Welcome to GEO Adventures. Discover the world one country at a time. Cuba is an island country located in the Caribbean Sea. It has a diverse landscape ranging from lush forests to rolling hills. The country is located about 90 miles, 140 kilometers south of Florida, United States. Cuba is the largest island in the Caribbean, with an area of approximately 109,884 square kilometers, 42,426 square miles. The capital of Cuba is Havana. It is located on the northwest coast of the island, on the Gulf of Mexico. Havana is renowned for the vibrant culture, its colorful streets, and lively nightlife. Enjoy the nightlife in Havana and experience the city's live music and dancing. Cuba is known for its varied geography, which includes mountains, rolling hills, valleys, and flatlands. The island has a tropical climate, with an average temperature of 25 degrees Celsius. Cuba has a long and fascinating history. The country was a Spanish colony for almost 400 years, and it became independent in 1902. In the 20th century, Cuba became known for its socialist government and its close ties to the Soviet Union. Cuba is known for its vibrant culture, which is a blend of Spanish, African, and indigenous traditions. The country is famous for its music, dance, and art, which have all played a significant role in Cuban culture for centuries. Tourism is a major industry in Cuba, and the country is home to a variety of resorts and hotels, as well as many historic landmarks and sites. The island is home to a number of stunning colonial-style buildings, including the Capitolio Nacional de Cuba and the Catedral de San Cristobal in Havana. The Cathedral of Havana, also known as the Cathedral of the Virgin Mary of the Immaculate Conception, is a Roman Catholic cathedral located in the Plaza de la Catedral in the historic center of Havana, Cuba. The cathedral was built in the 18th century and features a mix of architectural styles, including Baroque and Neoclassical. It is considered one of the finest examples of Cuban Baroque architecture. Are you ready to learn something new? Here are 10 interesting facts about this amazing place that may surprise you. Number 1. The Malecon is a seaside promenade in Havana. It stretches for 8 kilometers along the coast of the city, from the mouth of the Almendares River to the Vedado neighborhood. The Malecon is a popular spot for locals and tourists alike. It is lined with street vendors, musicians, and artists. It's also a great place to watch the sunset, while enjoying the sound of waves and the sea breeze. Number 2. The education system of Cuba is considered to be one of the most advanced in Latin America and the Caribbean. Education is free and compulsory for children between the ages of 6 and 14, and literacy rates are among the highest in the region. The government places a strong emphasis on education and has made it a priority to provide access to education for all citizens, regardless of socioeconomic status. Number 3. The Cuban flag features 5 blue and white horizontal stripes, with a red triangle and white star on the left side, symbolizing freedom and the 3 original provinces and ideals of unity, sovereignty, and brotherhood. The blue and white represent purity and idealism, while the red triangle symbolizes the fight for independence. The flag was designed by Narciso Lopez and officially adopted as the national flag on May 20, 1902, after Cuba's independence. Number 4. Cuba is known for its diverse tropical fruits. From guava to papaya, pineapple to mango, and tamarind to avocado, these fruits are not only delicious but also an important part of the Cuban diet and culture. One of the must-try fruits is coconut. It's used to make coconut milk and oil, and it's also delicious to eat it raw. So, don't miss the opportunity to try these tropical delights while you're here. Number 5. Cuba is the only country in the world that has a ban on the sale of cars from the 1950s. In fact, Cuba is known for its vintage cars, many of which were imported from the United States in the 1950s. These cars became popular in Cuba due to the trade embargo with the United States that was put in place in the 1960s, which made it difficult for the island to import newer vehicles. As a result, many of the older cars that were already on the island were kept in operation and became a symbol of Cuba's unique culture. In recent years, the Cuban government has implemented a ban on the sale of these vintage cars to tourists in an effort to preserve the country's cultural heritage and prevent the cars from being taken out of the country. Number 6. Cuban salsa, also known as casino, is a style of salsa that originated in Cuba characterized by its fluid movements and quick footwork, danced in close embrace, and it's improvisational. It's a social dance that's often danced in parties, clubs, and festivals. It's a very popular dance in Cuba and around the world, and if you visit Havana, you can find some famous salsa clubs like Casa de la Música, La Zorra y El Cuervo and El Gato Tuerto where you can see live salsa performances and dance the night away. Number 7. The Cuban Barrier Reef System is a chain of coral reefs that runs along the northern coast of Cuba, in the Caribbean Sea. It is one of the most extensive coral reef systems in the Caribbean, stretching over 260 miles, for 20 km, and comprising more than 2,500 square miles, 6,500 square kilometers of coral reefs, seagrass beds, and mangrove forests. Number 8. Cuba is the birthplace of the world-famous Cuban cigar. Cuban cigars are widely considered to be among the finest cigars in the world. They are known for their rich, complex flavor and smooth, even burn. The tobacco used to make Cuban cigars is grown in the Vuelta Abajo region of western Cuba, which has the ideal climate and soil conditions for growing high-quality tobacco. The leaves are carefully selected, fermented, and aged for several years before being rolled into cigars. Cuban cigars are made by hand, using traditional techniques passed down through generations. The rolling process is done by skilled torters, rollers, who use only the finest leaves from the tobacco plant. The cigars are then aged for several months to allow the flavors to develop. Number 9. The island of Cuba is home to many historic landmarks and sites, including the El Morro Fortress in Havana and the Valle de los Ingenios in Trinidad. The country is home to a number of UNESCO World Heritage Sites, including Old Havana and the Vinales Valley. The Vinales Valley is a picturesque rural area located in the western part of Cuba, in the Pinar del Rio province. The valley is known for its stunning landscapes, including lush green fields, towering limestone cliffs, and tobacco plantations. It is also home to several traditional villages, where life has remained relatively unchanged for centuries. Number 10. Cuba is the birthplace of the mojito, a refreshing cocktail made with rum, mint, lime, and sugar. The ingredients are typically muddled together in a glass and then topped with ice and the carbonated water. The mojito is a popular cocktail worldwide and is often associated with the tropical climate and laid-back atmosphere of Cuba. If you happen to drink some, cheers! We hope you enjoyed exploring Cuba with us on GEO Adventures. Remember to follow us for more adventures and travel tips from around the world. We appreciate your support and would love for you to be a part of the GEO Adventures community. Your support means the world to us. Hit that subscribe button and join us on this adventure.